If you are upgrading your Town Hall in Clash of Clans, then this video is perfect for you, because I will give you an upgrade guide for every single Town Hall level. Welcome back to the channel then, guys. I'm your host, Judo Sloth. When upgrading your Town Hall, there is a pre-planning phase that you should try to complete in order to ensure you have the best efficiency and can hit the ground running with the new Town Hall level. This is pretty straightforward, but will set the foundations of our upgrade guide. If possible, you should try to have your storages maxed so that you have the loot to begin upgrades. Likewise, you should have the builders available so that they can start the upgrades. And with the star bonus, you want to assure that the day prior to the upgrade finishing that you have not collected the star bonus by attacking too much. This is because the star bonus can stack for 2 days, and when you hit the new Town Hall, you gain the Town Hall upgrade experience, giving you 4 times star bonus for a set period of time. So by not collecting it the day before, you essentially have an extra day of ×4 star bonus equaling more loot. Also, I want to quickly throw in here that if you purchase the gold pass, you should try and have a builder boost active, even if it is the 10%. If it's the start of a season, the 10% is very easy to get to, and it will save you millions. Those of you that are subscribers on the channel probably know that information because I shared that in my previous video on when it is best to upgrade your Town Hall. I will link you across to that video at the end of this one in case you missed it, but let's go ahead and use the Book of Building to upgrade to Town Hall 13. There we go! Town Hall 13 it is. Let's take a quick screenshot to share with you on Twitter and Instagram. Most importantly, you can see that we have 5 days of the new upgrade experience for Town Hall 13. This does differ depending on your Town Hall level, but I have the amounts on your screen right now. What you have is 5 extra levels to all heroes if you have heroes, essentially the same as using a hero potion. More importantly, we have the power boost. So this boosts all of your troops and spells in the laboratory to the maximum level. Even if your troops were level 1 at Town Hall 13 and you upgraded the lab to that max level, you could use max level troops with this. So it goes without saying the lab is going to be high on our priority list, but in order to utilize that, you have to use either a book or a hammer. I will get to that. We also have the resource boost, doubling resource production, so you do not really want to upgrade any of your mines and pumps until this boost has finished. You also have the star bonus, giving you ×4 star bonus, which means you don't want to have collected the star bonus the day before. However, what you are here for is the upgrade guide. So let's go through that. All of the things I will be telling you here first are generic for any Town Hall level, but then I will be going over a quick fire guide at the end of the video for individual levels. I don't want to go over this too much, but you might see that there is an item in the shop. If you are new to a Town Hall level, you will be offered a special offer, and whilst the gold pass is the absolute best value if you are spending money on Clash of Clans, if you do wish to purchase these ones, they are generally speaking pretty good value. This is because the first generic bit of advice I want to give you in this upgrade guide is that if you unlock a new hero, whether it be the King, Queen, Warden or Royal Champion, you want to prioritize getting the hero because that will help on offense and defense, whilst also if you get it to level 5, which this pack offers, you will have the ability as well, which helps massively with your attack. That is a theme that you will see from this first generic part of the upgrade guide, is that you really want to hone in on offensive upgrades first. So before I purchase the pack, I am going to enter my creator code. You can go into your settings, more settings, and right at the bottom, before making any purchases, you can enter your favorite content creator's code. My code is Judo, and it really helps to support the channel. It's very much appreciated. We get a small kickback at no extra cost to you. With the code entered, let's go ahead and purchase the pack. There we go. So by purchasing the pack, we can place the Royal Champion. Look at how fantastic that is. And we also get access to the scatter shot as well. So let's go ahead and place the scatter shot. Now, because we also have the hero boost, we actually have a level 10 Royal Champion for the next 5 days. As a fun fact, when you use a hero potion or you have the boost, there are little +5s coming off the hero altars. I do want to address that if you were not purchasing the Town Hall pack, you would still prioritize your new hero, but the signature defense, which is different for different Town Hall levels, is still important, but it does open up the discussion of war weight, which we might as well have now. I don't want to talk about this too much, but it is important. In war, not the clan war leagues, which is happening now, unfortunately, there is no algorithm for the clan war leagues, so this does not impact you on that, but in war, your base has a war weight. This is your offensive and defensive strength. That is calculated alongside every single individual player within your clan, and you are tried to be matched with another clan of equal strength. There are some other factors as well, but generally speaking, it's your clan's overall war weight. In terms of defenses, the stronger defenses, the signature defenses for set Town Hall levels, are worth way more in war weight than, let's say, an archer tower. So for this example, the scatter shot has a much bigger impact on your war weight than the archer tower. This is why you might read that you should be a little bit cautious when it comes to building the new signature defenses. And this is more important if you are one of the highest upgraded players in your clan. You are responsible for taking out the opposing top players because you need to make sure you have the offensive power to do so. But with the war algorithm now taking into account offense and defense, it's very advanced nowadays. It's not as big of a deal as it used to be. I would recommend prioritizing the new signature defenses. It is going to help you with farming, help you in war. But if you have the clan castle to upgrade, which also requires gold, that should be higher on the priority list. And that brings us to the next generic upgrade following the heroes, because as you upgrade the clan castle, you can take more troops, even spells, siege machines into battle, and this helps with both attacking and defending. So it's a win-win. But this is where it starts to get a little bit tricky, and you might not be able to upgrade everything with the absolute best efficiency, but if you generally follow the upgrade order I'm about to give you, then you can't go too far wrong. After the first few weeks and the first few upgrades, after that, it's more about what you want to upgrade. But at the start of a Town Hall level, you have to get things right. That is, if you want the best success. I mean, you don't have to, but where it gets tricky is managing your 6 builders to make sure that you're utilizing all of them. If you don't know how to get the 6th builder, I did a video on how to get it as fast as possible. I will have that linked in the description. Managing all of your loot, but also, and this is more important, managing your books and hammers to the best efficiency. Really though, there's a few general rules to follow when it comes to all of this, and then you can make your own calculations based on your Town Hall level. With the books and hammers, the first one I want to talk about, and this is really important, is the Spell Factory, or the Dark Spell Factory, which I cannot upgrade at Town Hall 13. But if your new Town Hall has a Spell Factory or Dark Spell Factory upgrade, then you have to try and use either a book or a hammer in order to upgrade that. The reason is, the Spell Factory will be out of action. You cannot brew spells if you just upgrade it by itself. Not taking spells into battle will be crucial, unless you are Klaus of the Queen Walkers and you complete my challenge with no spells. But that's a different story. Whilst the barracks use the same logic, you have up to 4 of them, so it really doesn't matter unless you upgrade all 4 at the same time. Not recommended. So that is the Spell Factory, which is the big outlier here. Really what it comes down to is that the books are only for upgrade time. So you want to use the books on the longest upgrades but that potentially don't cost as much. Whereas for the hammers, they are for upgrade cost and time. So you have to factor that into what you use the books and the hammers for. And the fact that you don't want to use your books and hammers to then just have your builders sitting around doing nothing. So for my situation, I am going to upgrade the clan castle with loot, because there are other upgrades which are similar in upgrade time, but are more expensive for me to use my hammer of building. And remember, you can only store one hammer at the same time, even though if you have the cooldown finished, you could technically have two at the start of your town hall level. So here we go, clan castle upgrade, and then let's use the book in order to finish that off. So clan castle finished, huge priority. We've already mentioned the laboratory. The lab generally takes a long time to max, so you want to start your upgrades in there as soon as you can. So for me, I am going to upgrade with loot because it's not really too expensive, but I will use a book on this at the same time. So let's use the loot and then the book. By the way, if you do have an upgrade going in your lab and you start the upgrade, it will finish whilst the upgrade is happening. If you are going to let the lab sit out, make sure you have an upgrade in there. Offensive buildings to help you with your attack. You can see the theme here. So no matter what your town hall level, you should be prioritizing these things, and you will see that when I go through the quickfire guide at the end of the video. So the clan castle, the lab, the next major upgrade that you should be focusing on is the army camp. You can take more troops into battle. So these are a high priority, but they are actually quite expensive. I can't afford the upgrade already, but they also take quite a significant amount of time. So this is a building that you might want to use the hammer on. However, it really comes down to your playstyle and your goals. For me, I am not a pivotal player within my clan, and I will be able to farm to upgrade the army camps pretty quickly. I know they are a high priority, but the Eagle Artillery is more expensive. Yes, it is gold, not elixir, but it's 16 million with 16 days build time. So the same amount of time, but more loot. This is going to give me better value from the hammer. Now, there is a caveat to the Eagle Artillery as well. If you are Town Hall 12 upgrading from level 2 to level 3, know that the amount of troops your opponent has to deploy in order to activate the Eagle Artillery increases from 180 to 200. So if you are increasing your Eagle Artillery from level 2 to 3, you also have that slight disadvantage, which means at Town Hall 12 it might be a little bit further down your priority list. But that's looking at the finer details. You would get more damage because of the upgrade, and you would upgrade it anyways at some point, but it's worth noting that slight disadvantage. So I'm actually going to upgrade the Eagle Artillery with my hammer to give me the absolute best value, because I just want to max my base with the best value. So let's go ahead and do that. But what I need to take into account at this stage, I still have all 6 builders, and what I don't want to do is use all of my loot to the fact where then my builders are sitting doing nothing. So I'm going to shift my focus now to just utilizing the builders. Firstly, I would personally recommend having at least one builder working at all times on your heroes. Now, yes, you have the +5 levels. It depends on your situation. You might want to hold off on hero upgrades and utilize that. I personally just go ahead and start the upgrades. That is because I find the lab and the heroes are quite lengthy to upgrade. That's why I brought you videos on those. So I would just keep those upgrading all of the time. I would have those as a priority. So I'm going to start by upgrading my queen. And whilst I could use a book of heroes here, I'm going to hold off, because another little tip is you don't have to use all of your books straight away. It might be that within a week or two, you can then use them to better value. Secondly, remember that at a new town hall level, you receive a lot of new defenses and a lot of new buildings. Now, this is not necessarily the case for Town Hall 13, but I would recommend that you have a builder working on the new upgrades. So if you unlock, let's say, a brand new cannon, It does not take a lot to upgrade that, and it massively helps improve your base. So have one builder prioritized to just working on the cheap new defenses. I would also say that you can take a little bit more time to plan. I am trying to keep the video rolling, so you probably should take a little bit more time than I am to plan your upgrades. But next on your list would be storages and the mines and pumps. Now, I would wait on the mines and pumps for maybe a week or so until you have done a lot of the upgrades, you have utilized the resource boost, but they should still be high on your priority list. But the storages will not only let you upgrade some of the buildings that you might not have capacity for, it also means that magic items such as runes are going to give you better value. And the other thing here is it can allow you to utilize cheaper buildings. So the elixir storage is only 4 million to upgrade. So let's go ahead and do that. And what that means is I can use some of the more expensive upgrades and still keep my builders working via upgrading the storages that are important, but that's how you can manage your loot. I hope that made sense, because basically you can't just upgrade all of your most expensive buildings. You will probably run out of loot. So you need to get a balance of the stronger and more prioritized ones. The storages are still high on the priority list, but generally speaking, they are cheaper. Nearly used the rune of elixir, which would have not been a good idea. Let's use the rune of gold, because now my gold is pretty low. I also haven't mentioned the barracks, dark barracks, and the siege workshop, because these offer new troops or units for you to take into battle. They are quite expensive, and it depends on what you unlock. But I would be cautious on getting all of your builders working. It just means you're not really flexible over the next few days and weeks. So don't feel that you have to get everything upgrading as soon as you hit that new town hall level. You're going to be gaining a lot of loot over the next few days because of your farming and 4x star bonus, the resource boost. So you do want to give yourself a little bit of breathing room and flexibility. Obviously, I'm giving you the general advice, which is offense first, and I will be giving you the quickfire guide, but also don't rush into the upgrades. So I'm going to do one more here, which is going to be the new building in that of the scatter shot, because I've already spent my gold on the important buildings. So my progress base is a little bit of a mess. We will have to rearrange that. And I also want to say, before we go to the quickfire guide for every town hall level, that I will not have upgraded everything there to the absolute best efficiency, but I did want to go over and upgrade things in real time as I was explaining the priorities. I have planned out the video so that we could assure I gave you generic advice that means you can follow that and make your own calculations at any given town hall level. So if you do follow the advice I have just given you, you probably will know what I'm about to say in the quickfire guide. But it's offensive buildings first in order to help before the signature defenses, also looking at storages so that you can maximize your magic item efficiency and potentially afford some of those new buildings, whilst also then having builders well managed in terms of heroes, the new buildings, and looking at the mines and pumps later on down the line once the boost has finished. But let's get into the quickfire guide for every town hall level. For completeness, town hall 1 is the tutorial. Just follow along. But for Town Hall 2 and the next couple of Town Hall levels, it's going to happen real fast. But I would build the new buildings first, that is the barracks, the gold mine and elixir pump, but I would upgrade the barracks to at least level 2. This means that you can cook the barbarians and archers way faster, which is probably what you will be farming with. I would also upgrade the army camp. At this level, you get an extra 10 troop capacity, which is 50% extra in your army composition, so at low level you really want to prioritize the army camps, and then you can build and upgrade the new collectors, that is the mines and pumps. As you upgrade to Town Hall 3, and this happens for the next couple of levels, notice that whilst you already have these, you you get extra mines, pumps, and storages. These should be the top priority at low level because it's easy to cap out your loot, and therefore you don't get any more from farming. Whilst the resource buildings are the main priority for me at lower level, there's still a lot of important buildings at Town Hall 3, such as the Clan Castle. This means you can start interacting with your friends, getting reinforcement troops. The mortar, as you will know in your own attacks, is very good at protecting your loot. You've also got extra levels to the army camps. We know how important they are throughout the game to give you more troops. So whilst there is a lot to upgrade here, I would definitely prioritize these before you go upgrading the cannons to the next level, your archer tower, or even the walls. When upgrading to Town Hall 4, it's a similar story. You want to build the new mines, upgrade them, as well as the barracks, because this means you're getting more loot passively, whilst also training your farming army quicker so you can do more attacks. Other than these new buildings, the Clan Castle should be top of the priority list. You can take an extra 5 troop capacity, which is huge at this level. That could be an extra max level balloon or hog rider. You also have new levels to the army camps, again hugely important. And whilst the lab is normally high on the priority list, it's not that big of a deal actually at Town Hall 4 because the barbarians and archers can still only stay at level 2. And really throughout all of the Town Hall levels, you do want to keep the lab researching, but it's focusing on the troops you actually use. As you upgrade to Town Hall 5, this is where you will start to appreciate that it takes longer and longer to max each Town Hall level. There's a lot more to focus on with your upgrade guide. A couple of new cool defenses. The Wizard Tower will really help because it's a splash damage defense, as well as the Spell Factory. I would make sure that you actually build the army camp and the mines first because it literally takes a couple of minutes, and then you can focus on the Wizard Tower and Spell Factory when you log offline because they take longer. Really, for Town Hall 5, it is the buildings we have just spoke about. There is no extra level to the Clan Castle, and I would focus on upgrading all of the army camps to level 5. The amount of troops you can start to take is increasing rapidly. I would upgrade the army camps before you focus on the barracks. Even though you unlock the wizard, which is pretty valuable, you are really going to still be farming with the Barch strategy. What you have to remember though is that all of those are elixir based upgrades, and you want to manage your gold as well. So I would actually focus on upgrading the Wizard Tower, mortar, and air defense with your gold, and all of the army camps with the elixir. For Town Hall 6, again you are getting a theme here, but the new mines and pumps. Build them and upgrade them. It really doesn't take too long, and you gain way more loot. It helps massively. The air sweeper, your new defense, is going to be helpful, but I would actually build the new mortar and wizard tower before you worry about the air sweeper. For Town Hall 6, it's still very much ground-based attacks. Whilst in war you might start to get hit with balloons, it is still really the Barch strategy. In terms of elixir, you can upgrade your spell factory in order to unlock the healing spell. Now, this is the top priority. It's going to change your attacks if war is your focus. And in terms of the lab, again, it's always about trying to keep it working. You can't upgrade the Barch at this level, but try to get the heal spell to level 3. If you can get reinforcement troops from your clanmates for war, the heal spell will just mean you could 3-star bases. Town Hall 7 is where the game starts to get really interesting though. Remember when I went over all of the generic stuff? The new hero is always the top priority for me. So at Town Hall 7, trying to get the Barbarian King. You are going to have to get the Dark Elixir Drill and the Dark Elixir Storage in order to help with that. Although it is important to mention that you're probably starting to get more builders at this stage. So the army camp, the barracks, the mortar, a new air defense, all important buildings. And remember the generic advice, keeping one of the builders for all of those new buildings. Alongside focusing one of your builders trying to get the Dark Elixir for your king, another for the cheap upgrades, one builder should always be prioritized on the army camps at this level. Get all of them to level 6, 200 troop capacity. That is huge. I think I forgot to mention at Town Hall 6, you can upgrade the Clan Castle. You can't do it at Town Hall 7, but for the barracks, you do want to try and get them all upgraded to unlock the Dragon. This is going to explode your war armies because the dragons or Hog Riders, but your Dark Elixir should be focused on the King, are the main attacks for War for Town Hall 7. So you can start to see that as we move up through the levels, there's a lot more to focus on, and that's where the generic advice I feel is actually better, because you can then make the decision, focus on offense, then the resources, anything that's going to improve your attack, whilst also managing your gold. So in terms of defenses at Town Hall 7, focus on the air defense, because that will help protect against the dragons. The spell factory should be something you upgrade pretty quick as well, because you unlock the rage spell. Notice how you can get it to level 4, so it goes without saying that that needs to be a priority in your lab as well. Upgrading to Town Hall 8, you get a lot of new stuff, and this is where having at least one builder for all of these new upgrades is important, at least for the first few levels of these upgrades, because they will happen quick. So just build the new buildings, then you can start to hone in on what to upgrade. We're starting to get to my rushed accounts. I have explained why rushing is a good thing, particularly when you play 19 Clash of Clans accounts like me. But offensive buildings, you've already got the Barbarian King, hopefully to level 5, so whilst I would start to upgrade him, it's not that big of a deal. You can certainly hone in on other stuff first. The Clan Castle though, again following those basic principles, that should be top of the priority list. Army camps cannot be upgraded at this level, so what it means is you can upgrade the Dark Spell Factory, but probably more importantly, I would hone in on the Dark Barracks. You get a second one of these at this level, but for Town Hall 8, you start to unlock a lot more Dark Troops. I briefly mentioned, but in terms of gold, I would still be focusing in on the Wizard Towers, the air defense. Mortars are still helpful for farming, but the traps and Tesla start to get a lot stronger at this level. Man, we are getting there. Town Hall 9 now. Let me know down in the comments if you have watched every single one of these, even if you are not a Town Hall level, just to support me. I really do appreciate it. But following the basic principles, you unlock the Archer Queen at Town Hall 9. She is a priority to build. The Clan Castle you can upgrade to level 5. That is a priority. And you also unlock the baby dragons. Town Hall 9 is where I believe there is the main exception to the elixir-based rule, because I've been telling you to focus in on the army camps. You get extra troops. It helps massively. Often better value than the barracks, because you don't always unlock a troop that is going to help you massively. But at Town Hall 9, you unlock the baby dragons, and I would highly recommend using the mass baby dragons to farm. So I would focus in your elixir on the barracks, but also before you go to the army camps, you get an extra Dark Elixir drill. You can now get them to level 6, which means you get a lot more Dark Elixir passively, whilst also upgrading the Dark Elixir storage. This is because Town Hall 9 is where the heroes start to get more of a grind, so you really need to try and get the Dark Elixir in your favor from the start. So focusing on the Archer Queen, the Clan Castle, the barracks, the army camp, unfortunately with elixir, you also unlock some pretty important spells. You have the jump spell, the freeze spell, the haste spell. Really going to help you in war, so it does come down at this level to what you are likely to use for your army. Once you've upgraded the lab, I would focus on the baby dragons and lightning spells, but then it comes down to what attacks do you use? If you are going to be using ground attacks, such as the Go-Ho transitioning from Town Hall 8, then I would recommend upgrading the Hog Riders. Maybe you want a simple Town Hall 9 attack, then I would look at the Witches. Or if you know you are a good Lava Loon attacker, you can go with the Lava Hound and the Balloons, Haste and Freeze. There's so many options. It comes down to what you are better at in war. And there's so much at Town Hall 9. I would be really focusing the builders on the offensive stuff we have talked about, but air defense are crucial, wizard towers are still crucial, as well as traps and Tesla, but also the expos. Again, I have said the signature defenses do impact war weight, but I wouldn't worry too much about it. In terms of gold, I would try and get the expos built. That will take you a little while to get through, but that's where you should be honing your focus at Town Hall 9 before you start looking at extra cannon levels and archer tower levels. Forget about all of of that stuff until you've done the important things. Upgrading to Town Hall 10 then. Again, you want one builder for all of the new stuff and just upgrading the first initial levels, but then you have the Inferno Tower. This is going to be a priority because for farming, the multi-mode will help you defend way better and protect your loot. Town Hall 10, I feel, is a little bit easier in terms of the upgrade guide than Town Hall 9, and it's not as bad as we move through the levels from here. In terms of gold, I mentioned the Inferno Towers, but before you build the Inferno Towers, you should upgrade the Clan Castle. This is because you can take a siege machine. So if any of your clan are Town Hall 12 and above, they can give you a siege machine, which massively helps out. As for gold, after those buildings, you do have extra levels to your elixir collectors and storages, but following that, you can really branch out as you wish. Moving to the elixir though, you do get extra levels on the army camps, and Town Hall 10, I would say, go back to the generic rule of upgrading the army camps first, although with the barracks, you will unlock the miner. And in war, the miner is a fantastic troop. Whilst you can farm with the miners, I would still recommend the baby dragons. So it really depends on where you are previously in terms of the lab, but I would stick with the baby dragons and lightning as your priority to help with farming. But once you move into war, you could start to focus on upgrading bowlers and witches if that was your main army, or focus on your lava loon. Again, it comes down to what you are as an attacker, and if you do want help with Town Hall 10 attacks, I did a top 5 video recently, which I will link here. Back to this account, you ask. Well, I don't have a Town Hall 11 to show you footage, and now I don't have a Town Hall 12 either. But for Town Hall 11, I would be prioritizing the Clan Castle with your gold. Also, the Eagle Artillery, your signature defense. This is going to help your defense massively, as well as your tornado trap. Make sure you hone in on that. For elixir, whilst you do have extra army camp levels, you have the gold loot buildings which require elixir to upgrade, your main priority should be the Grand Warden, your new hero. As I've mentioned, new heroes are top of the list. Get the Grand Warden and also make sure to upgrade him to level 5. Dark Elixir, pretty self-explanatory for your heroes, but in terms of Elixir, once you do have your Grand Warden to level 5, your army camps upgraded, I would consider upgrading the barracks to unlock the E-Drag. That might be higher up the priority list depending on your playstyle, because the E-Drag is a great troop, so I would also focus on upgrading that in the lab. But as ever with the lab, it comes down to what troops you are actually going to use. I should probably say though that the barbarians and archers within the lab are pretty important throughout the game, because spawned units from either the king or queen mimic the level of your barbarians and archers within the lab. Town Hall 12 pretty much mimics everything I've discussed throughout the video and all of the generic advice. That's why the first 15 minutes or so was really dedicated to that. So let's really quickly go through this. The main difference is that for Town Hall 12, I know this is Town Hall 13, you can upgrade the Town Hall itself, and this should be a big priority. Getting the Giga Tesla to level 5 so that you can get the Giga Bomb, it will change your base and make sure that you can defend a lot more attacks. Also, you know that Clan Castle should be a priority alongside upgrading your Giga Tesla. I mean, you can always reverse engineer the defensive upgrades, because just think about what you struggle to attack. Depending on your army, you might have to use the Grand Warden's ability on the Giga Bomb, so it goes without saying you want to try and upgrade to get that. In terms of Elixir though, you do get an extra army camp level at Town Hall 12, so that should be a big priority. I would say that over the Yeti, but again, it comes down to what your playstyle is and what troops you like to use. The Siege Workshop I would definitely have as a bigger priority than the barracks itself, because then you can cook your own siege machine. But again, it comes down to your clan. Maybe you can easily get a siege machine, and therefore you might prioritize the barracks over this. Again, the lab is a very tailored thing, so at Town Hall 12 it's difficult, but I would say the main priority is the Rage spell. You get that to level 6 at Town Hall 12, and you use that across a variety of attacks. You can also upgrade Lava Loon, Dragons, E-Dragons, Witches, Depends on what you like to use. Town Hall 13, you guys are lucky because this is where I showed in real time me upgrading my base with all of the generic advice. But for completeness, I would probably not upgrade the Town Hall straight away, whilst getting it to level 3 helps to give you the freezing effect. I would try and build both Scattershot and upgrade the Clan Castle first, because I feel they give you much better value for your gold. The freezing effect is cool, but it's not as devastating as the Giga Bomb at Town Hall 12. I did show you on my account the Eagle Artillery. That was purely getting the best value out of my magic items. It would be quite high up the list, but not as high as the Scattershot and the Clan Castle. In terms of elixir, standard, you would upgrade the lab so you could start getting that working, but the army camps would be a huge priority to make sure you just get the 300 troop capacity. Elixir, you always want to focus on more troop capacity. I'd like to think by Town Hall 13, you have a lot of builders, so you do want to prioritize one of them onto the Royal Champion. Just make sure you build the Royal Champion as your top priority, really, but I've tried to split the guide into Gold Elixir, Dark Elixir, so obviously Royal Champion being Dark Elixir, and hone all of your Dark Elixir in to get that Royal Champion to level 5 as soon as possible. If you do want to know when you should upgrade your Town Hall, I'll have it linked here, alongside a tip for every Town Hall level, which I think you guys might enjoy. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day. I hope this one was helpful for you.